Guns. Yeah, today's subject is, guns. People suppose that if somebody bought a gun, it's because they want to kill someone. Sometimes people think that if there is any situation in the neighborhood that somebody killed somebody because that person had a gun, they think that that's the one person who has such a thing, he or she did it. No, not at all. For instance, there are people who collect things, I don't know how it is in English, replics, collect guns to sell it later, like, some remakes of some popular guns or cents, like money, to just sell it later, like a collection of it. Yeah, well, maybe one day I will just have such a collection, some guns to sell it later. And there are also people who have a lot of it, like, there is a desert and a bunch of guns, like automatic ones, and people say just like, well, they have a license for it, but listen, if they have so much guns and they look like they are when they are, and they just don't hunt for squirrels, and they look like terrorists, well, it's better to check if they are or not. And it's just like, because yeah, especially those who are not educated, they just impulsive, and they do what they think they can, and do harm. They simply do harm. So some people buy gun because they want to defend themselves. Some people collect things and later want to sell it, like me, collection to sell it. And cash, when it comes to cash, fake cash, well, guns and cash here is a subject for us. If somebody have fake cash, fake dollars, fake other currency, sometimes that cash is just like, something put into a book and just to be for fun, or just playing Monopoly and other games. And sometimes people make mistake, and while playing with kids, they take it and try to pay with it, but they take away, oh god, I played it with my kids, sorry. And that's okay. Sometimes if cash is fake, they just receive it from family, like reminiscent of something, like, like a reminder of the ancestors, something inherited by grandma, grandpa, and later when you try to sell it, you inherited that, and people say, god, that's fake, that's false, and the police thinks you are guilty of having fake cash, and you wanted to sell it, and you will be sued. For God's sake, I'm not responsible for people who gave it to me. I'm not a specialist to check that cash if it's fake or not. And the moment somebody checks it at the police office or somewhere else in the lab, and they say, listen, you wanted to sell that, but it's fake, sorry, and they just give it to you, just you think, god, my grandparents just gave me shit to sell it, and I thought it's just that's natural, and not like, oh, she or he had something like that, he wanted to jail, punishment, he is a victim. God's sake, judgmental people. Not everyone is a criminal, not everyone is just like, do crazy things like people say. Sometimes people make jokes. I will talk about that later. Guns and cash. Well, I'm thinking what I can tell you more about fake cash and fake, or just, those guns. We live in crazy times, The moment people have something, other people want to steal it, want to rob you, want to do you wrong, even if they think you have diamonds because you bought some, stickers in a shop which look like diamonds because they shine, they look like diamonds, but these are not diamonds. Stickers, like office things. And people will kill you because of 5 PLN, like 30 cents, because they think you have or because of fake cash you have in your wallet. Just you believe in law of attraction and you keep it for yourself. It's just like what people think and what the reality is just like heaven and hell and fairy tale land, and people's just what they presume, and nothing is real. Well, I thought that many stories from my life were just like were not true. Really, I was just praying for God that stories from my life I've experienced were not true. But I was in total shock when some things just popped up and I knew it was true. But it is as it is, and sometimes the best decision is just to move on. And then if people don't let you move on, you need to just, create a war to fight for your rights, to have what you need to have, It's not like you want to do harm to somebody. You want to have your own life. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But people are scared. If she or he will have her own life, what my life will look like. I can think one thing and it's just, it will be something totally else. The same with cash and the guns. People think one thing and it's totally different. When you think it's something illegal, next day you see, God, that's legal. It's just like stupid me. So not everything what glitters is really gold. Guns and cash.